With this winter's timber harvest in Maine now complete, I'll put my tractor to bed in its garage and travel 1,523 miles. That is 2,451 kilometers to the forest land you see here that my wife and I own in northwest Georgia. It is already spring here in Georgia, but a rare snowstorm this past December left me some broken and uprooted trees to salvage. Much of it will become firewood. In Maine, I produce a fair amount of firewood and have a hydraulic wood splitter that attaches to my tractor and runs off the tractor's hydraulics. I also have these bins made from old fuel oil tanks that fit on my forwarding trailer. The trailer's loader can lift each one and either set it close to where it will be unloaded, as seen here, or dumped to form an unstacked pile of firewood. In Georgia, however, I seldom cut and split more than 2 cords of firewood each year that we use to heat our Georgia home. For such a small amount, our 21 horsepower tractor, dump trailer, and a splitting maul make the work easy. In this video, you will see how I split firewood safely and efficiently using a splitting maul. First, let's look at the major differences between an axe and a splitting maul. Although an axe can split firewood, it is not the right tool for the job. On the right you see an axe, on the left you see a splitting maul. The blade of a maul is shaped like a wedge and is designed to spread wood. The blade of an axe is thin and is designed to cut into wood. An axe does not need a heavy head. It relies on its sharpness and the skill of the woodsman swinging it. A maul, on the other hand, only has to be sharp enough to prevent it from bouncing back off the block that it wants to split. A maul's head is also much heavier, commonly weighing 6 to 8 pounds. Some even weigh as much as 12 pounds. 6 pounds is a little less than 3 kilograms, and 12 pounds is about 5.5 kilograms. Safety is always of utmost importance, and safety toe boots are a must, along with a firm, broad-based swinging stance. You also need some type of eye protection. When you're just swinging the maul at a block of wood, all that you really need is the screen that's on your hard hat. When you are striking the sledgehammer side of the maul against a steel wedge, you should wear specially approved safety glasses. And they will be safety glasses that are rated for contact with flying metal objects, and that also have side screens on them. You should also have a good pair of work gloves, and the most important thing, the splitting maul. When you run into some tough blocks that just don't want to split with a maul alone, it's very helpful to have steel wedges, either of the traditional sort or of these cone-shaped grenade wedges. I have split a lot of wood with this wedge, and it shows it. Its head is mushroomed over, and several pieces of the mushroomed head have broken off. If someone does not wear approved safety glasses when striking these steel wedges, they are being downright stupid. I cannot overemphasize safety. You can wear yourself out quickly, or you can let gravity and momentum do most of the work. As you see here, I expend very little effort raising the maul to where it begins its downward fall. My swing has a pendulum-type motion, and it is only after gravity begins to accelerate the maul's downward arc that it receives much help from me. The maul's handle length is also very, very important and may appear deceptively short. Watch me swing the wooden-handled maul and then try to swing the maul with the longer yellow fiberglass handle. The yellow handle is very obviously too long for the pendulum motion that vastly reduces effort. When striking a block, avoid striking it in the center. Instead, strike it just within its bark, not in its center. Your maul handle will not last long striking blocks in the center. You'll split a lot of wood very easily with the same handle year after year if you do it like this. Striking blocks in the center allows tough strands of intertwined grain to catch and hold the handle while the head's inertia continues to carry it downward, as you see here. If you strike just inside the bark, the handle stays protected, as you see here. When splitting smaller blocks, and you can get an idea of the size I'm talking about by using my maul's head as a reference, I like to quarter them. With larger blocks, I like to first move around the outside, splitting off slabs. I then set up some of the larger slabs to split them a second time. There will always be some stubborn blocks that refuse to split without using a steel wedge. Remember, always wear approved safety glasses. Did you see where that glancing blow threw off a steel fragment? To avoid constantly putting down my maul to reset blocks that fall over, I like to position several and carry out one task at a time. Here I've positioned 9 blocks and split them in turn before resetting the ones that topple over. Please be patient and endure this very long scene. Deliberately, I've decided not to shorten it. My purpose is to time how long it took me to split those 9 blocks into final sticks of firewood. By the end of this scene, we will find that it took me barely 4 minutes of very easy work. Very easy work. Very pleasant work. And here I'm going around and setting up blocks that have fallen over that need to be split again. Once they're all set, then I'll pick up my maul and go around one after the other and split them again. And when I commented that this is rather easy work, I'm 66 years old. And if a 66-year-old man finds this pleasant work that doesn't make him break a sweat or even breathe rather hard, you know, it's not very much work. It's all in using the maul in a way that doesn't require a lot of effort. These 9 blocks will yield enough firewood to keep our house warm for 3 to 4 frosty January days. And you don't need a calculator to discover that less than 30 minutes spent in pleasant outdoor exercise, splitting and stacking firewood will warm our home for an entire week. And all of it was supplied by the 100% natural, living, sustainably self-regenerating solar collectors that make up our forest.